Hello everyone, I am Pete Pardo from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick number 27 of my favorite rock solo albums of all time. We're doing it each and every day here this month in November 2023. 30 days in the month. Our favorite 30 solo albums from musicians, singers, whatever, who came from a notable band to maybe do a solo album, an odd solo album here or there, and stay in the band, or maybe they left that big band and went solo going forward, started a new band, whatever. That's kind of what we're going for here. And I'm basically doing rock stuff, rock, pop, hard rock, metal, classic rock, prog rock, right? Staying away from the jazz and the fusion stuff for this because there's tons of those. So I'll do that separately. George Lemmy and I are going to do that in a separate show later on in the month. So let's start today for my pick number 27. This is the fifth solo album from this singer. Comes from a very notable band. It was released on September 15th, 1998. Recorded at Sound City and Silver Cloud Studios in Los Angeles, California. Produced by Roy Z for CMC International here in the States, Air Raid in the UK, and Victor Records in Japan. I'm talking about The Chemical Wedding from Bruce Dickinson. Of course, Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden. Left Iron Maiden for a number of years to basically go do a solo career. Eventually did come back to the band, right? Shortly after this. But this arguably one of, A, it's my personal favorite Bruce Dickinson solo album. B, I also think it's one of the great unsung heavy metal albums of the 90s, certainly the late 90s. It's funny, I hadn't listened to this in a while. This has always been my favorite of his, like I said, but I haven't listened to any of his solo records in a while, probably since we did the solo album ranking here on the channel. I believe I did that with Chris Allo and Rich Catino a couple of years ago, so I hadn't listened to any of these since. And in playing this again recently, I was like, holy smokes, this is such a great album. It really is. In fact, arguably, this is a stronger album than a lot of the stuff that Maiden has done, since the 90s. Maiden's got a lot of really strong albums, I think, but this is a barn burner, an album. Really, really strong. Great songs on here. Really great songs on here. And I think, for me, Bruce hooking up with Roy Z to write songs together, I think really, really works. They were a really good duo together. And of course, you got Bruce on lead vocals here. You got Roy Z on guitars, keyboards. He produces the album. Like I said, co-writes the entire album. Adrian Smith is here on guitars and keys, of course, from Iron Maiden. You got Eddie Casillas on bass and David Ingram on drums and percussion with some guest vocals from the great Arthur Brown, right? You got Greg Schultz playing a little bit of keys on here as well. So what do we have on here? First, the first three tracks are so good. You got King and Crimson, which just absolutely crushes. You got the atmospheric title track, Chemical Wedding, and then The Tower. The Tower is absolutely immense. The riffs from Roy and Adrian on this album are just absolutely killer. I love the production, and Bruce sounds amazing. You got Killing Floor, Book of Thel, atmospheric. There's a couple really cool atmospheric numbers on here. You got Gates of Urizen is really kind of cool and spacey, whatnot. Like I said, the title track. Also, Trumpets of Jericho is a killer song. For me, Machine Men sounds the most like vintage Iron Maiden. That's that kind of galloping Maiden style tune. Really, really good. Any Maiden fan would love that. And then you got The Alchemist, the closing track, which is just absolutely amazing. There's really not a bad song on here. You got Jerusalem too, Killing Floor, but Alchemist is just insane too. For me, my favorite songs on here, I love The Tower. I think that is just tremendous. King and Crimson is so good. Trumpets of Jericho. I don't know, there's not a bad song on here. It's all really great. Dickinson sounds amazing. He just sounds fully sure of himself and in his solo career. And like I said, I'd say that this album and even a couple other Dickinson solo albums are stronger than anything Maiden was putting out in the 90s for sure, with or without Bruce. And Brave New World, the reunion record, is amazing, and there's a lot of really strong Maiden albums in their latter catalog, but I don't know if any of them really tops this one. Really, really great. So excellent album. Charting position, Finland, this made it to number 22. Germany, number 41. Japan, number 64. Sweden, number 31. And on the UK charts, it made it to number 55. Did not chart here at all in the States, which is crazy when you think about it, because, Iron Maiden, always such a big band here. But, people were not flocking to the, and again, it's 98, right? So I get it. This is during the time of, new metal and all that. But people who weren't checking this out back in the day were really missing out. So if you are maybe a casual to decent Iron Maiden fan but never bothered to check out the solo albums from Bruce, this is going to be a major discovery for you. Major discovery. Heavy album, awesomely produced, just great songs, great playing, great singing all around. And singles from Chemical Wedding, Killing Floor was released as a single in 1998. So there you go. Bruce Dickinson, The Chemical Wedding. Let us know what you think of it down in the comments below if you are already a fan. But otherwise, list your pick today for pick number 27. And we'll see you tomorrow for pick number 26, right? So till then, visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we get the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, as well as our merch page and our Cameo page. So thank you in advance for all your support there. And we'll see you soon here with more stuff. I am Pete Pardo. Tune in for Curse of the Collectors coming up tonight. We've also got tomorrow ranking the albums. George Lemie, Eric Porter, and myself will be ranking the short but really amazing catalog of Liquid Tension Experiment, all instrumental, progressive metal and fusion and progressive rock from a bunch of guys from Dream Theater and Mr. Tony Levin on bass and sticks. So that's coming up tomorrow. So till then, I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for everything, guys, and see you soon. Bye-bye.